All right, welcome to the third review of the evening. Up this time is Deathless, the Hero Quest. In Deathless, elements of a collectible card game, roguelike, and turn-based strategy combine seamlessly. Build a unique deck of cards, discover unusual relics, and defeat legendary bosses. No two journeys will ever be the
Once
same,
upon a
with
time,
endless
a
paths.
sorcerer dwelled
Crush
in
the evil and
Bellisfield.
save the world.
Cachet was his name,
Right, so it's
and
another one of
wicked
these
was his
games.
heart.
Like,
Led
this is a
astray
Yeah,
game
by
this
trying
th-
to.
this is a
Voldemort
Slay the
the
Spire,
Gloom,
except for the
he
map is
resolved to
horizontal and
crush the
it's
people of the Rus. But
Yep.
instead,
Slavic
they stood
folklore
as one
themed,
and vanquished
which is why
Cachet's
its
great
name on
host.
Steam itself is still
Ages
Deathless
passed.
Tales of Old Rus.
And yet, Cachet's lust for vengeance never
But yeah, as
abated.
with other
Weary
Slay
of
the Spire
waiting for the
likes,
sorcerer to make his move,
you start with a basic deck of
the
cards.
gloom eventually
get
came
to,
to his aid. She told Cachet of
To
an
choose
ancient
between
relic
3 different possible
that could
battles
open
for
a
each
gateway to
thing,
the beyond.
for each round, basically, with different rewards and stuff.
Cachet
And then you get
monstrous
rewards that can
hordes
include
flocking
new
to
cards,
Bellisfield.
the ability to upgrade your existing cards,
He could
the ability
already
to get
see
rid
the
of cards,
world
which is
groveling at
important
his
because
feet.
sometimes cards are not very
But
good
his ambitions were in vain.
or don't fit with your
For
strategy,
there were heroes brave enough to stand up to him.
or merchants that
They
you can
each
buy
followed
things
their
from.
own path. But their fates
I think it's
intertwined
possible
as
to
they
avoid
confronted
some of the
the
boss
nemesis
fights,
of Bellisfield.
but certainly there are boss fights every certain number of levels. And you start with one character and can unlock other characters by beating the game with the ones you already have. It does have two different difficulty settings. One that makes the actual gameplay easier, and one that affects the number of times you can replay the battle, which goes from 0 to 1 to there's no save file, you have to complete it in one go, I think. Yeah, no, the middle one doesn't let them be replayed. The last one, you completely lose all your progress, so you can't, like, save and try again or something. And yeah, as usual, there's damage and armor that lets you reduce the amount of damage you'll take the next turn, and you can see what the enemies are planning on doing on the next turn, which will sometimes change based on what you do. It seems competent. The art is nice. It's neat when you recognize something you know from the folklore. It has a archive where you can read stories or bits of stories that include some of the creatures and stuff, which I think are made up for this, but are based on the real things. Like, the entire opening saga of the game is all about Kashai the Deathless. The first hero you play as is not someone I recognize, but apparently she had a story with her braid, and I did beat it with her, so I don't know who the other ones are, but I don't know, let's see, there might be a hint here if I look closely at Steam and see what the other achievements are. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Vasilisa or a Ivan around here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Admittedly, I haven't played too many of this kind of game, but I've done enough to know, like, approximately how it goes. The narrative isn't super strong. Sometimes there are, like, quests that might, in order to actually complete them, you might have to make certain choices across a number of stages instead of just the one. Um, and oh yeah, and it does do the thing where like a lot of status effects either get applied to you and then reduced by one every turn, and same for when you do the other things, and also sometimes an enemy will do something to like put bad cards in your deck that are temporary, which you can either like pay to get rid of or just cause you to deal damage if you end the turn with them in your hand. And either way, it ruins your it effectively limits your hand size because you have less stuff available. So yeah, I mean, my only issue is that I don't know what stands out aside from being Slavic folklore themed. That doesn't mean it's bad. The music is nice, the aesthetics are pretty solid, the game balance seems decent, but that's like... And yeah, it looks like Vasilisa is one of them. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know what else really stands out here aside from that, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Do you guys have any questions or anything?
No.
Nope.
Oh yeah, this is another one where you do get to choose all of the rewards after beating a battle, and you can choose not to, and sometimes if you do choose not to, you can get a bonus for that, but don't think you can only take one and skip the rest, because you'll be hampering yourself if you do that. So yeah, that's kind of what I got here. It's good. It's just doesn't really stand out compared to, you know, I Slay the Spire exists, and I've played one of these for the show fairly recently, and I literally don't even remember the name of that one.
Wasn't it Kill the Princess or something like that?
No,
Slay the Princess?
That's a
that's
visual
a visual
novel.
novel. That's completely different. The other one was it was a sci-fi themed one, but it would play very much the same as a Slay the Spire type thing. So yeah, how much are we charging for this one, Adam?
Quite a lot. This game is clocking in at $24.99.
That might be a little high. Technically, there's a lot of replay value on this because it is different every time. And also there are like some cards that are unique to one character, other ones that are unique, specialized to other ones, and you do unlock higher difficulties after beating the game too, so technically you can do a lot to get more playtime out of it, but I might wait for it on sale. I mean, what is regular Slay the Spire on Steam for?
Good question.
So it's the same price as Slay the Spire. About Slay the Spire is $24.99.
So I guess
like,
that puts it in line with.
Puts it in line with something. It seemed like you were dropping off there.
It puts in line with the market, so to speak.
Yeah, like I don't think it's bad. It's. I mean, I have to dock the fact that it didn't come up with the thing against it a bit, but overall I think it's pretty solid. You could probably get $20 worth of enjoyment out of it, so maybe wait for its on sale. But if you enjoyed other games like this and want to try it out with a Slavic folklore flair, knock yourself out. I think you could do a lot worse than this.
Well, and it should also be noted there is a demo available for this, so you can try before you buy.
That's also fair.
Because, if you try it, you end up liking it. Hey, throw it on full price. Why not?
Yeah, you go down to the menu for the lower corner there,
Yeah, I was poking at that a little bit.
and it'll have cards, characters, and the bestiary
Mm-hmm.
are all. And when you click on the guys in the bestiary, it'll show you a chunk of a story about them, I believe.
Yeah. And the more you come across them, the more of these you'll get.
It's pretty well put together. The
And you
biggest
can even
ding,
see their animations.
Yeah, the biggest ding against this game is that it's not being very creative, which I mean, I guess how much that matters to you is somewhat of a matter of personal opinion coming from the guy who is not super picky about Metroidvanias by creativeness so much as by game feel and stuff.
Mm.
So yeah. Overall, I'd generally give it a recommend for fans of the genre, or if you want to try out the genre, there's a demo,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't see a demo for Slay the Spire, so
I almost want to say it used to have one, but don't quote me on that.
well, yeah, it's Slay the Spire is another genre founder game, so
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about what I got at.
All
Oh,
right then.
the one thing that I might be a little bit different than some other games in this, enemies don't generally disappear when you kill them. They become inactive and get their same amount of health again. That then goes down by a bit every turn, or you can chop through them more, or sometimes there are special things that can help get rid of dying enemies, or sometimes some enemies will eat other enemies that are dying to get stronger or regain their health or something. And that mechanic does make cards. There are cards that change the positions of enemies, like a grappling hook to pull the one in the back to the front, one that puts the living one with the least health to the front. Because you can generally only attack in the front unless you get a thing that says it attacks further back.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of enemies can only attack from the front, but the ones with the projectiles can be a pain because they can stay in the back behind the dead things that you already killed unless you have a way to get them to the front. So I guess that I don't know enough to know if that's totally original, but it seems a little bit original at least. So maybe that stands out enough to make it more worth giving a spin.
Mm.
I'm glad I remembered that at the because yeah, I was looking. I just looked at Slay the Spire and I didn't see anything like that in that. So,
Mm.
and it's thematically appropriate. There's a lot of monsters that eat people or eat corpses or whatever. So yeah, yeah, I think generally a recommendation. Maybe wait for it on sale if you think the price is a little high or don't know how much you get out of it. But again, also there's a demo.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm
Anything else?
I think that's all.
All right. So yeah, that'll about do it for this game. Be sure to tune in after the break as we review Karakuri-kun, a Japanese tale.